Hey guys, Brad Scott here from bradscottvisuals.com, and today we're answering the question, are all metal prints created equal? So in today's video, we've got 4 different prints, all printed from different labs, as well as places like Costco, which is like a big box store. You can go in, get your prints done there, all the way up to like really high-end professional photo labs. Metal prints are quickly becoming one of the most popular mediums for photographers to print on for art pieces, even portraits, landscape, aerial photography. Metal prints are really cool. They're super vibrant. And if you go with the high-end ones, they last a long time, 65 plus years. So what are the differences with metal prints? In today's video, that's what we're going to find out. We've got one from Costco, Canvas People, Bay Photo, and Artbeat Studios. Another thing you want to look out for is custom sizing. A lot of the photo labs only offer sort of your standard aspect ratios, so you'll get prints from sort of 8 by 10, 11 by 14, 20 by 30, 24 by 36, and then that's kind of like the biggest print that you can get is 24 by 36. Artbeat Studios offers custom sizes, so it's great for if you're wanting to print large panoramic photos or big 40 by 60 inch metal prints. The two on the top here basically use the same process. Everything except for the way they process the photos before printing is the same. Costco uses a dye sublimation process as well, but as you can see, the colors on this one are way off, and that's kind of the thing with big box stores is you might not be getting a professional photo team that's highly dedicated to printing for professional photographers. Costco would be more for like if you're just needing to have a quick little family photo printed, stuff like that. What I think happened with this one is I don't think they paid attention to what color space they were printing in, and so the colors got all shifted around. Like where the blues and the oranges are supposed to be, it kind of ended up being like very magenta and very green, and the Costco one is just completely garbage as far as color goes. The actual print itself, I mean, if the color was okay, it looks like it pops a little bit. It's reasonably detailed, but as far as color goes, I just wouldn't go and get a professional print done at Costco because they just don't pay attention to the important details like what color space they're printing in. Now, UV printing is basically where a sheet of aluminum gets put into a flatbed printer and the ink is sprayed directly onto the aluminum. Now, this one from Canvas People, that's what they do. It still has pretty decent color. The color's accurate. It's just a little bit too overexposed in my opinion. It's a little brighter, and you don't get the same depth as you get with the dye sublimation process. It just has a little bit more of almost like a matte finish. And the other problem with the direct UV printing is that you don't get the scratch resistance that you get from when you're doing a dye sublimation. And when I say dye sublimation, what that is you've got a special sheet of photo paper that gets printed on a high resolution printer, and then it gets transferred onto a pre-coated sheet of aluminum. So the aluminum has a white base coat, and it gets put into the heat press and heated up to a high temperature. The ink from the paper turns into a gas, and then that gas ink is sublimated into the sheet of aluminum. So you're left with like a really vibrant, nice contrasty, rich colors and scratch resistant print. So that's kind of the two separate processes, dye sublimation versus direct UV printing. Artbeat Studios and Bay Photo, they both use a Chromaluxe HD pre-coated sheet of aluminum. So Chromaluxe HD is basically the top of the line sheet of aluminum that they start with. It's pre-coated with a white base coat. It's a little bit thicker than some of the other just traditional aluminum sheets, and it just has a really beautiful look to it. By far the most vibrant and color accurate sheet of aluminum that they print from. Also, the Chromaluxe HD is the longest lasting. It's rated for 65 years plus. Some of the other types of aluminum prints aren't rated for quite as long. You just don't really know how long it's going to last. So longevity, beautiful color, pretty much guaranteed the best as far as the starting point. Now, the reason I choose Artbeat Studios as my go-to print lab for professional photography prints is they really take a lot of time closely inspecting every detail of the image before and after the printing process. So I can always count on Artbeat Studios for when I get my final print delivered to the client. It's always color accurate. They always really take care of the quality control. So I know that if there was any dust spots or anything like that during the printing process, they're really, really good at saying, okay, well, this one's not quite perfect. Let's throw it out, do it again, make sure it's right. So it's very important to work with a photo lab like that, which you know when you get delivered prints to your clients, they're going to be well packaged, color accurate, perfect quality control, and just a really rich, vibrant metal print. Bay Photo also do a very good job. The only thing with Bay Photo that I've noticed is Artbeat Studios, when you're looking at the small details, like in this pier here, for instance, the wood grain, you can just see a little bit more detail that was part of that original file. And it results in a print that just pops a little more. Bay Photo also, what we've noticed from tests that we've done is they have beautiful color, don't get me wrong, and they're a really great photo lab to go with if you're already using them. But they always tend to be a little bit on the warmer side, I've noticed. So when you're going for like those really beautiful blue tones, it seems to have a little bit more of a warm cast. So if I were going out and a first-time person going to order a metal print, I would definitely look at Artbeat Studios. Bay Photo is another good option, but Artbeat Studios is my favorite. If you're just looking to spend a low amount of money, you could maybe get away with like doing a portrait of your family or a pet or something at Costco. But honestly, the price difference between these two and the Costco one, it just doesn't make sense. It's such a small margin price difference that you might as well just spend a tiny bit extra money and go with a print that is far superior. Canvas people, we looked at the price for this one and it was like $150 compared to the same size in these two, Artbeat Studios and Bay Photo. These guys price-wise are very similar. They're pretty much exactly the same. These actually ended up being cheaper than the Canvas people, and these are far superior as well. So I'm not sure where their pricing is for these guys, but I would just kind of count these bottom two out. There's also other print labs that you can go with that do basically the similar process, dye sublimation or direct UV printing, but they're using kind of more of a standard aluminum sheet to start out with. It's not the Chromaluxe HD. So if you're looking for the best metal print you can get, on the back you're going to be looking for a watermark that says Chromaluxe HD. Costco is also using a Chromalux product, but it's Chromaluxe CG, which is consumer group. So it's basically like a different type of a base coat that they're using in their aluminum sheets, and it's just not quite up to the quality and longevity as the Chromalux HD. So Artbeat Studios is the winner, in my opinion, for metal prints. They also do a beautiful canvas prints and HD acrylic prints. And they just take their time. They would rather go for quality over quantity. Sometimes they take a tiny bit longer than other print labs, but you know that the print that you're getting in the mail is the best that you can possibly get. And that's the whole thing with photography. If you've never printed your photos before, it's absolutely amazing to really see the final finished product. A metal print or an HD acrylic print, in my opinion, is the absolute kind of final destination for your image, especially with landscape and aerial photos. It's just amazing to see your work off of the computer monitor and onto a piece of art like this. So those are pretty much the main talking points that I wanted to go over with this video. Is, are metal prints all created equal? And the answer is no. You need to really do your research. I hope this video helped kind of sway you towards being able to pick a better option for when you're ordering your metal prints. If you're an amateur or professional photographer, or if you maybe are looking for some pieces of artwork from a photographer themselves, these are questions that you want to ask those guys. Is, are your metal prints Chromaluxe HD? Is it dye sublimation or direct UV printing? And that way you kind of know what you're going to be expecting when you get that print delivered in the mail. I've done some other videos comparing metal versus HD acrylic prints, as well as different types of canvases on my YouTube channel. So make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you found this video helpful. And just check out all of my other videos. I have tutorials as well as some of my work on my YouTube channel. So I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Check out artbeatstudios.com and bradscottvisuals.com, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.